Hello and welcome back to the Goodness Margin, the place where we find margin for the good things in life. Today, I want to talk to you about something in regards to boundaries with work. This is a system that I was introduced to in Michael Hyatt's book, Free to Focus. He talks about a workday startup and shutdown ritual. And I have found that these have been so impactful in my life in order for me to create boundaries from work. When I use these properly, I really appreciate that and I can feel that margin in my life. And when I don't use these properly, I can also feel the weight of working outside of those boundaries. Many of us work from home now, and even if we don't work from home, we are accessible 24/7. We have our laptops with us, we have our phones that have email or Slack or all of those things are on our phones, and so we are accessible 24/7. So how do we combat that? Yes, there are times that there are work emergencies. I actually work in sales, and so I need to be available to clients many of times outside of your normal work hours. But aside from some of those things, we can really find ourselves working all of the time. And I have found that when I implement a startup and a shutdown ritual, it really helps me to create those boundaries in my workday. So what is a startup and a shutdown ritual? Well, those will really vary from person to person. I'm going to share with you how this works in my own life. Hopefully, something that I share will help you to create a startup and a shutdown ritual for your own life. If I'm looking at my day, when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to do my morning routine, which includes coffee, my devotion, getting ready for the day, getting my daughter out to school. And then when I come home and get ready to get started with work, I am going to do what I call a startup ritual. What that is I am saying, okay, I'm starting my workday right now. Occasionally, I check my email early in the morning, and I regret doing that each time I do it. I should not do that. I should wait until it's time that I can do something about those emails. So I'm going to check those emails as part of my startup ritual. This is the time I'm starting my day. My startup ritual includes checking work emails, and sometimes those are things that I can just very quickly answer and go ahead and move those, delete those, move those to a folder, whatever I need to do, those are taken care of. Sometimes those are emails that I may need to flag or make a note in my planner that this is something I need to work on later today, that I need to put a little bit more time in. I'm also going to check my app that we use for work communication. We use Slack. You may use something else. I have a few more apps that I also use for work. I'm going to check those. And that way I'm seeing, what am I looking at today? What kind of a work day am I going to have ahead of me? So I've used that to mark the start of my day. A startup ritual is important, but to me, it's not nearly as important as the shutdown ritual. I can find myself working late in the evening or working after dinner. And again, there are work emergencies. There are things that happen. But if we're finding ourselves doing this consistently, we probably need to reevaluate some things. When I use the shutdown ritual properly, it has been extremely helpful. It is not often that I will get an email at 9 o'clock at night that can't wait until 9 o'clock the next morning to be answered. Usually, if it's some sort of an emergency, there's going to be a phone call involved. Why do we stress ourselves out by checking those emails again in the evenings? Let's create a shutdown ritual, and this is when I'm ending my workday, and I'm going to deal with everything else tomorrow. For my shutdown ritual, first of all, I'm going to check my email again. I'm going to look at my email. Has anything else come in that I have missed throughout the day? I do check my email throughout the day because that's the primary way that I communicate with my clients. I'm going to check with my email. Is there something that I can answer quickly? Go ahead and take care of this problem right now. Or is there something that I need to write in my planner for tomorrow? Or just maybe flag that email and know this is something that I'm going to deal with tomorrow. Possibly even emailing that client and saying, I'm going to get that answer for you tomorrow, just letting you know I did see your email. So I'm checking the email, I'm kind of closing that out. I'm also going to look at my planner. What are the things that I need to do tomorrow? My planner is something I sort of utilize throughout this entire shutdown ritual. What are the things that I see that have come in by the end of the day that maybe I need to put on the docket for tomorrow? Also going to go back through those work communication, go through Slack. Has anyone sent me any messages? Is there anything that's urgent? Or is it something that can wait until tomorrow? Or is it something that I can just take care of in just a brief moment and it will go ahead and be taken care of? And finally, I am going to look at my planner again and see, what does the day tomorrow hold? What do I need to prioritize for tomorrow? I love my full focus planner. If you don't have one, I highly recommend that you try to use this system. It's a really great system. It has helped me to be productive. And in the top corner, they have a checklist where that you can check off, I have done my morning routine, I've done my startup ritual, I've done my shutdown ritual, and I've done my evening routine. Those are little boxes that you can check at the top of the planner. I will link in the notes below a link for the planner and also a code where you can save 10% if you're interested in purchasing a planner. So with this shutdown ritual, I have shut down my workday. And now I can take a deep breath. If you see that you're having trouble, that it's a habit, I know that we went on a social media fast recently, and I realized how much the habit was there for me just to open my phone and click on Instagram. So if you find that you're picking up your phone and you're just clicking on that work app, or you're clicking on your email, use your phone to help you. On an iPhone, there is a place in settings where you can choose downtime. Choose a time that your email shuts down. Now you can always put in a passcode and you can bypass that and go ahead and check your email if you need to. But that's something that I've personally been working on, because I find myself just mindlessly checking my email and realizing this isn't the time of day that I need to be working on this. I don't need to be focusing on a work problem right now. It's the evening I need to be focusing on family. Let me know in the comments below if you use a startup or shutdown ritual. I would love to hear how it has impacted your life. When this is used properly, I do know that this definitely adds margin for the good things to my day. If you've enjoyed this video, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell, and you'll be notified when the next video goes live.